Come on, we should be back. Hopefully we're back. With no problems. We are back. On a new stream, okay. I'm just gonna double check my speed test real quick. Because there seems to be a lot of jitter in the line today. You are live, you are live. Seems to be a lot of weirdness going on. I might need to do a hard reset in the router later on tonight. Wow, that's a bunch of jitter. Okay, yeah, there is issues going on. So let's get the game open again. You missed nothing. Hopefully this will work. You missed nothing, so don't worry. Let's unpause the game and get going again. There we go. You missed as little as you possibly could doing all of that. You paid full admission to this program. You paid nothing to get in here, Dan. Hello, Gazman. I have been better because my internet is being a dumbass today. I think that's the best word for it. I could think of much worse, but dumbass is probably the most PG term I can think of. Hello, Mr. G. Dion Jones and Tig. Hopefully this will go better than the last half hour. I will say though, if it drops again, I will have to give up for the day. Because it's looking almost as if I'm gonna have to get in contact with my ISP and be like, hey, your service is crap again. Fix it, please. Because this is the second or third time we've been having this issue, and last time it was that the router had died. So I wouldn't be too surprised if that's gonna happen again. Why do I record the spraying with this and not just let Courseplay do it? Because this way I get tram lines. If Courseplay were to do it, it would make an awful mess. Courseplay, the way that it works now and with crop destruction, is it will destroy crops. So I'm recording the course myself to destroy as few crops as is humanly possible. What happened to the stream? It died, Brad, so hopefully you're watching the apparently new stream that's created, which is lovely. Hello, Mark and Beast. How are you doing today? Better than my internet, I hope, because it's at VF levels of bad at the moment. Yeah, you're giving money to strangers, Dan. Right, we can fold this back up and head straight back out of the field. It's going to be going out the same way we came in, I think. That's why I'm now recording an exit course for the field as well. Because with Courseplay, it just kind of goes to the first point and doesn't care where you are in the field. Whereas the way that I'm doing it, you can say, okay, you will enter the field here, and you will leave the field here. Like so. And this can just be called FERT. This is going to go into field 07. 7. There we go. I'm going to close that course. Move along. What the Ford can now do is, well, put these away first of all. Oh no. Oh, Massey's got school tomorrow. When does everybody go back to school? Because I kind of thought it would be for like another week or so. Where did I get Courseplay? I got it off their GitHub. I would not advise you to download Courseplay right now. Until you find it on ModHoster, FSUK, or Mod Central, do not download Courseplay. Unless you are very willing to have... Or no, well, unless you're willing to have things potentially break. Because... If you went back today, Farming Man? Wow, the schools don't screw around with getting you back now. Courseplay at the moment is in beta, which is basically things can and will be... Oh, I was supposed to do that field. I'll get the 4 on that field in a moment. Yeah, it is a good thing you didn't go on the VIP package. Hello, Ollie and Madness. I'm doing good. I'm kind of annoyed at my internet, but that's about it. You're back in schools. Wow, the schools do not screw around with... Could the person talking about my Discord put the correct link into chat, into the Discord, and delete the incorrect one? If they don't mind. Don't usually ask you to do that, but I'm going to just this once. Yeah, I had to switch links, because my internet basically pooped itself. I'm doing good, Hugh. I'm a bit annoyed and frustrated with my internet, but that's a thing. I don't have any video recorded for tomorrow, so this is going to be a fun day for me. So let's open this gate. Hopefully that'll open both of them. It does. Wonderful. Wonderful, magnificent, beautiful, delicious. Cook serve delicious. Do I want to say... not really, Richard. Here's the thing. If you guys edit mods, that's great for you, but... Not to come off as rude or anything, but, I don't have time to be testing all the mods and playing with every mod ever. Legitimately, when I go onto mod sites, I look for mods that look interesting to me. If they don't interest me within about 5 seconds, I'm not interested. And I probably won't ever download them. Unless I get a lot of recommendations to get this because it's brilliant, or get, you know, it's a lot better than it looks, something like that. I usually don't download mods unless they strike me almost immediately as at least vaguely interesting. So, genius, Dave. Yeah, I don't sleep as it is because I'm... Dan can tell you, I don't sleep as it is because I'm almost always working on something or other. Like I play some games just to chill out, but most of the time I am just like, oh, I'm working on this today, or oh, I'm working on that today. I need to... I think my New Year's resolution should really be find more chill time, because, yeah. Back to school today, 2 quite big homeworks. I should check it. I've just been told I should check your land. Is that sarcastic, by the way, or is that legit? 2 quite big homeworks for Thursday and the one for tomorrow. Yeah, that happens. And you didn't need to dab that. The whole dabbing thing is just if you want to send something to the mod that you only want the mods to see. Usually in G, yeah, usually in G or Photoshop or something with Safari in the background. That's basically how my nights go now. GE, Safari, TeamSpeak, Facebook, because I'm always talking to somebody or other on Facebook as well. Usually my friend Joseph. Hello, Anthony Wallace. Thank you very much for subscribing and confirming that my alerts are in fact working. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Elite. Yeah, that's another thing that I'll usually be doing. To be fair, I came off Elite last night to work in Giant Center because I wanted to get that I told you the project I'm working on. I was trying to get that done last night, and I should, fingers crossed, finish it tonight and get it in game tonight. If I can get like probably 2-3 hours into it, that project should be ready for tomorrow. Which would be great because I got nothing prepared to use it with. So if I can get 4 or 5 hours tonight, that'd be awesome, because then I can prepare something. Hey Chris, how are you doing today? I think I've kind of been accidentally ignoring you because I've seen your messages a few times and just haven't said hello. Hello Jacob Tilson. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. Don't worry about the fellas in white coats. They're there to keep you safe from me. Whoops. Guess who forgot to turn off their Steam overlay? Because a Mr. Simulate is now playing Farm Sim 17. I'm gonna try and hop into this game and then realize that I'm playing it single player. So I noticed that we've lost quite a few viewers since the stream decided to fart. Well, since my internet decided to fart, so I'm gonna be complaining to my ISP that they're costing me money, all that kind of stuff. Which technically they are if people leave, so. I'll need to figure out a solution to the problems I've been experiencing of lately. I've broken Mercedes trucks with the ping. If you've watched the video from this morning, you'll know that the Mercedes has been retired. I have got a brand new truck and a brand new paint scheme in the Euro truck. So the ridiculously pink Mercedes Actros has been retired. For those of you complaining about me driving a bright pink Mercedes Actros. That is now retired to one of the hired workers. And it is... Hello, Defeating Reaper, aka the Gaming Man. That is a very long name. Hope you don't plan on making videos, because that is in no way memorable, I'm sorry to say. Hello, Lucas Snow as well. How are you doing today? You hated the Actros. It was ugly, but in beautiful colors. Yeah. Am I in Discord at the moment? Because I just heard a noise. I'm not. That was just me going crazy. Hello, Jason. How are you doing? I'm not feeling up to shouting because I got a sore throat. I don't mind being online on Discord because I got the sounds all turned off. How much is head tracking in Aussie dollars? It cost me about €50, so whatever that is in Aussie dollars. Ooh. Well, gone crazy, whatever, Sid. Chris, I would advise you like go through most of the checkout process on trackout.org and see what the price is, because I can't say. It depends on how much shipping costs to Australia, which presumably will be quite a lot. Because like I know to Ireland it was like 10 or 12 euro. Or something like that, so Australia's probably going to be yeah, pretty prohibitively expensive. You're in the right mood. What has happened, Jason? Let's put you in the mood, because you're always in a mood. What's happened today that's got you in your mood? Okay, I'm gonna just bring up the BRB screen real quick, because I'm gonna turn off the Steam overlay, because it's really getting on my nerves. There we go. Legitimately just put that up. Why is a blacklisted word a blacklisted word? Because I don't want to see it in chat, and because the mods are using it. Your dad's 15, you're going to Pizza Express. Well, that's a good reason to go, Ollie. Happy birthday to Ollie and Madness's dad, who is 50 today. There are reasons for all words that are in the blacklist. Sometimes they're just words that I don't like, sometimes they're words the mods have asked to be added. Sometimes there's stuff that just is there. Has been annoying me. And is like overdone memes. How do you connect an Xbox controller to an iMac? Good question, Jack. I don't use a Mac because I have taste. Work-related issues. Ah, that sounds fun, Jason. According to Dan, you can't, and he's an authority because he actually owns a Mac. In all seriousness, though, I don't own a Mac because I primarily use my PC for gaming. So I've got a custom-built PC, which you can't put Mac OS on. You can, but I don't want to Hackintosh. That is tempting, Fahy, trust me. Ah, how do I get the trailer rattling sounds on the wagon? I use the trailer sounds mod. Which annoys people. Because when I'm driving down the road with a trailer on, it sounds like the engine is about to explode. But it does like make it sound really good. Cool. Will I be making a video with Simulate soon? I don't know, Brad, I might. And hello, Super Monkey. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. You came in and subscribed immediately, didn't you, Super Monkey? Before you even said a word in chat. Or have you been around a few times before? It's very interesting seeing like people subscribing before they've even said a word in chat. Very interesting. May need to throw honey in my tea later on today. Because, the mods are having a vote on something getting added to the blacklist. You were watching before you subscribed. Ah, very good. Okay, so the mods have now voted on the item and they... could you dab it in, NI? Because I don't know which one you're referring to. Yeah, the mods have taken a secret vote and I will be adding a few extra words to the blacklist. And removing a Nightbot command. You have another account, but you're... If you're banned from chat, the odds are you've done something that isn't allowed. Hello, JD Modding for Days. I take it you like John Deere's. There's a glitch in the silage pit. Really? I'd never have known. Oh, is there a glitch in the silage pit? You tell me. You tell me if there's a glitch going on here. These two probably have nothing. It's funky. Also, I don't exactly know how this has happened, but I've got transparent silage. But don't say there wasn't a reason for a ban, because all bans have reasons. You did nothing. I'd know the mods tend to be good. Wait, that's not in the blacklist? Yeah, no one gets banned for nothing. Oh, your name is JD. Okay. Usually, like, people in the farm sim world, when I see JD, they mean John Deere. So what I'm doing is I'm going to sell the rest of the grass here because I don't need it, nor do I want it. So I'm just going to sell the rest of the grass for extra money. Do I have a loan taken out? I owe. I thought I was doing really well with money, but no, I'm 125 grand in the hole. 70-30 still seeding. Yeah, I know what you mean. And mainly because Jason just put it to just dabbed it. Well, no, I knew immediately, but yeah, I don't know why that's on the blacklist. No, Dan, Jason got it. I'm surprised that's not on the blacklist. I'll add that with the ones the mods voted on. I'll have to explain that one tomorrow, won't I? Because that'll be editions tonight. I have 40 people watching. Yes, I do. I've had significantly more than that in the past, but hey, not bad for a day where the stream is derping hard because my internet is atrocious today. It's New Year's internet. Blaming it on New Year's. Honestly, I think it's because people are still kind of off work and just going back that my internet's really sucky. Because, you know, visitors and all that, and Wi-Fi parties, you know what happens. Great news. What is great news, Jason? What is good news? I have heard not. Yeah, actually, thank you, Dan. I will. Because I forgot to in the first bit of the stream. Discord, Dan, I'll add. I got your PM, I'll answer you in a bit. Ah, the new editions, yes. Rip my Wi-Fi and throw. Yes, I'll be having honey later on to just soothe it. Ah, it happens. See you, Silver. Enjoy your whatever trip you're going on. And the rest of your day, for that matter. People asking why, because Silver's a life, yo. Alright, and I enjoy lurking in Dirt Rally. Was I not supposed to say that? Yeah, sometimes the stream goes a bit... They're very far behind on mine. Need help to have that up. Dave! You idiot. I'm gonna have to sell one of these now, aren't I? I didn't even know I had two. Well, this one's going because it's 23 grand. Bye bye. Which one was that? That was the one that was just parked in the hedge. Wonderful. Ah. So I replaced the one that was parked in the hedge by parking this one in the hedge. I'll also repay some more of the loan. Alright. Next item on the agenda today. See you guys, man. It'll get sorted sooner or later. I'm gonna keep it kind of going like this. I'll reset the router later on and see if I can't revive it to an extent. So if you are enjoying the stream today, please do hit that like button. I'm hoping to get 100 likes as usual, but I'll be quite happy with, you know, 75 plus. It'd be amazing. Great map, isn't it? This is my absolute favorite map, Jetty. Like by quite a distance, this is my favorite. It was my favorite in 15. It's my favorite so far in 17. I'm hoping, Chris. Yeah. He hasn't officially announced that he has it, but yes. Jason. And the JD is doing the headlands and it's doing them badly. So I'm going to have to go around and fix that up. How close is it to being done? Oh, very close. Yeah, Germinate Live. Yeah, by the way, this weirdness going on with the map here is game bug. Giants have said they will fix this in the next patch. Kind of surprised that they actually admitted there's a problem with the game, but they did, and it will be fixed in patch 1.4, which I don't know when it's coming before anybody asks. All I know is on their forums they said, hey, this is an actual legit bug in the game, not mod conflict like some people have been trying to convince me it is. So that'll be fixed in patch 1.4 whenever patch 1.4 comes out. As I come up, because this guy is just about to finish. Couldn't have timed that much better if I tried. Now I just need to seed in the rest of the soybeans. Which basically means I'm going to be wibbly wobbling over the field for a bit. Yes. To the map thoughts of one of the mods that dubbed it in, that is 100% confirmed. And soon, for that matter. It has already been converted from what I've heard. What will be the next first official quality map? I don't know. I mean, there's so many maps in the pipeline that I've been hearing of. And some that aren't like publicly announced even. Like Fahey's. He's kind of put it on Facebook that, hey, this is going to be a thing. So more or less. But that's what, at the same time, that's why I'm being intentionally vague. Hopefully in the near future, because all the maps that I've kind of heard of from the big map makers and the rumors I've been hearing have been maps that were in FS15 getting converted over and getting ported in. I'm really looking forward to a British or Irish style map made specifically from scratch for FS17. Be careful, it might catch fire. Yeah, it might, but this is a good deer. This is behaving nicely. It's a rarity that I'll say this, but I do like this John Deere tractor. I think it fits on the map very well. Is that dirt bridge going on over there by the telephone poles? Yes, it is. So I'll fix that in a moment. One thing FS17 right now is lacking. That's not something Giants can put in. Because I think they know their limitations, and from what I've been hearing, they definitely do. And they'll be working with people to get these limitations sorted. Hello, AJ Gaming. From what I've been hearing, Giants are working with British map makers to get good British maps, new good British maps into FS17. Springwells is based in I didn't know Springwells is based in Yorkshire. That might explain why I like it, because it's relatively close to where I lived in the UK for a bit. Do I watch Craftsmen? No, I don't watch much like real life farming videos. I've got a weird fascination at the moment with electronics. So if you want like a recommendation of a good electronics channel, Big Clive is amazing. He's a mental Scotsman who lives in the Isle of Man and tends to enjoy exploding things and like crappy Chinese everything. And the color pink, which is why I like him. Guys, if ever you want a recommendation for something off FSUK, he's probably the person to ask, because every day, almost every day without fail, he will send me a link to an FSUK thread that I'm like, ooh, this is really interesting. I was working beautifully. Brilliant. Hello, Landy. How are you doing today? It's something that needed to be done by you, I think. Because that was... I mean, you gotta have your fun too. And, you literally just got up. I literally, like, slept for about 4 hours in right here in my seat. And, then made some breakfast. JD is a bit starstruck now. It's funny seeing people realize like that half the farm sim YouTube community, or at least the streamers, like know each other and chat a lot. It's kind of funny watching that realization. I'm guessing you didn't do much more on that thing you were working on last night, Landy. Because I realized that I screwed up one of the doors on mine. On my thing. Dave, is it true Sandy Bay is coming to the mod hub? Probably. I can see Oxygen David using the mod hub as the like the main download source for his maps. Same with Bullet Bill. I mean, that's where most people are gonna go. That's where they're gonna get the most exposure. That's where it's most convenient to download from. The outside of it's pretty much done. Yeah, I need to just fix the outside of mine, then just matte paint the interior. Because screw doing anything serious with that thing. Also, I need to actually re-download it and unslam it, because I broke it. I can't use it on this map. I've tried. So the Land Rover that I was editing last night is a complete pile of garbage because I slammed it too much, and now the collisions are actually in the ground. Well, not in the ground, but so close to the ground that it makes no difference, and it jams to a stop every time I hit a new road section. Went a bit overboard with it, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna start from scratch. Start with the same textures, just from scratch in terms of the things, the model. I might keep it ridiculously high because it's probably more fitting. Probably more me if it's just this ridiculously tall machine. Can't be worse than 698's wheels. I can show you. Where is it? So this is the Land Rover that I worked on last night, and it is unfortunately a bit broken. As I can demonstrate very quickly by doing that. Now there is nothing really there, except for a really small, barely visible seam in the road. That's what the Land Rover just hit and stopped on. Hello, Eddie and Linus and Swimming Dude. Gonna hang on, if I bring it over this way. Nope, I've completely killed this Land Rover, I'm afraid. Because it can no longer off-road. That's gonna be fixed for tomorrow. Back to the John Deere, which is doing some seedings. I think that's that done. The reason I planted a buttload of soybeans is money. Hello, Liam. My day has been good. Why is this so small? Scaling issues. It does, however. Reskinning Land Rover. Yeah, it's such an easy mod to reskin. It's a good mod to learn how to reskin stuff. We're gonna seed this field in barley. This is field what? Field 8. This is field 8. Yeah, field 8. So 3 meters. Field 8. Northeast. Heading south should be good. How much did I do on fields 9? How many headlands? 4 headlands after. So 1, 2, 3, 4 headlands after. 3 north. Whoops. Save as 3 northeast south. 4 headlands after. And you can start at the first waypoint. Which is where? I don't know why, but it's decided to close the seat tank. You stop. Go. I would have got my nerves otherwise. So what is there for me to do? Oh yes, I wanted to sell the barley that I currently have. What mods do I have? I have about 100 mods at the moment, if not a bit more. If you're talking about on the map, I have the Trader Sounds mod. The Ford is a mod. The John Deere is a mod, obviously. The map itself is a mod. There's just a list, a long list. Most of the mods that I do have are from the Giants mod hub. That tractor, no, not international. Universal, isn't it? Is this universal? Yeah, it's universal. It's quite good. Could be better, but it's quite good. You do need a weight on the back to carry anything. You found out how to connect the Xbox controller to the iMac. Awesome, Jack. Well done, because I had no idea. Like, legit no idea. Let's put that on, and oh, that's derpy. Oh well. Where do I need to go to sell this at the best price? Barley. It's going to Wednesday stores, which is actually the direction I was heading anyway. Beautiful. Teen lingo isn't the best. Yeah, it's a bit of text speak. Oh, it's more internet speak than anything else. Am I using the... Yeah, pretty much. It does look like that. I just kind of parked it in there to get it out of the way. What I'm tempted to do... This might be a dumb idea. But what I'm tempted to do is... I'm tempted to retake out the loan and see if I can't buy myself a field. Because if I can buy myself a field, especially like a big-ish grass field, so field 25 would be a good candidate for this idea. Or even 36, 37, but the carting would be bad. Or 34 would be good-ish. If I can get a good, like a decent big field that I can even seed with grass. Hello, Jesses. How do you find out what mods you need for the server? Exclamation mark MP mods. You can download them all from that link that Nightball puts in. And that'll make sure all the hashes and everything are perfectly in line. So that's probably the best way to do it. Because versions get annoying. Basically. That's why I've allowed public downloads of the server mods. Because if I can get grass into a big field... Here's my idea. I think it's MP mods. It might be MP mod. Is Nightbot even working at the moment? Because I haven't seen him speaking in a while. Hey, Nightbot is working. Wonderful. What? The reason that I want to get a big field and seed it in grass, specifically, is to make a buttload of silage bales. If I seeded grass, you would get more of a yield than with permanent grass in there, yes. That's the way that it works. But what I'm thinking of doing, and all of Bullet Bill's fields are actually seeded grass. what I'm thinking of doing, and the reason I'm thinking of doing it is make a buttload of silage bales, sell them all off, and they're all like 1,500 euro a piece. So even if I were to buy this field here, for how much is that doggy? 100. Okay, never mind. That idea is now terrible. Land prices here are insane. Where do I live? I live in the great continent of Europe. The great nation of Ireland. Hello. Austin Salisbury, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing fantastically. I am tempted to get a second seeder. Yes, actually, Chris. Knowyourmeme.com. It's probably a good place to go. See, now I'm trying to think of what I want to do. Well, that works too, Dan, yes. Yeah, land prices have increased drastically. I sounded like Safari James, did I? I'm tempted to get a second seeder. Because 3-meter seeders are great, and they're what they actually use in Coldborough. But any vague idea, I would think possibly Friday, but it might be a couple of weeks off yet. As far as I'm aware, it's pretty much up to when Giants start putting mods up again. Because I think it's in the next batch to be uploaded. And then I'll do more edits on it. For my own use, and then, oh. Great demand at the... I've just lost money. Just lost money. Great. Hello, AJ Gaming. Hello, Roblox and more. This is your first time watching the stream. I hope you enjoy. Hope you are enjoying yourself. So I've just lost money because now I've got to go to the biogas. Biogas. With this. Yeah, it is nice that he's made the fields a lot more expensive. The downside is it's going to be a pain to try and expand the farm, because they do want to try and expand and get more equipment and get more fields. That's a pain now, and I'm only playing on normal. What mode am I playing on? I think normal. What am I drinking? Tea. Hello, Laos. And Garage. How are you guys doing? I swear I bought Field 18. Last time I played. I did a mission over here, as you can see, because the field is wonky. Let's see how much Field 18 costs. Because I wouldn't mind having this field just as kind of a... ooh, that's a nice mission. Just because I haven't used this tanker much, I'm going to do this. I want to test this tanker. And this is a good excuse to do it. So just bear with me for a few moments, guys, while I do some testing of a slurry tanker. See, Andre. I'm the best YouTuber you've ever watched. Then you've watched some really bad YouTubers in the past, dude. So this is the high-spec 2300 gallon tanker. I think I've tested this a couple of times, and I just want to make sure that one minor shame is that the shading on it is done wrong. Probably in Blender he chose not to have the smooth shading turned on, which makes it look a bit blocky. Which is a real shame. I've got like 10 minutes to do this mission for 3 grand, and I'm willing to do this mission for 3 grand. I'm a legend, I'm not bad at all. I never said I was bad. I'm just like, if I'm the best somebody's ever watched, there's issues with what they've watched in the past. And this is the kind of slurry tank that I would see around here. Picture as in real life. It's usually like 2,300 to 3,000 gallon tanks I'd see. Maybe the odd like 2,500 gallon tank or a smaller one. But it's usually like around about this size. So it's nice to have it in game. And I'm trying to like accumulate stuff that I see in real life. I did this in 15. I'm gonna do it again. It's just I'm gonna accumulate stuff that, like mods that I see in real life. Apart from the ones that I make look silly, that they're for my own entertainment. What have you missed? When am I doing multiplayer again? Multiplayer streams are Saturdays and Sundays. And you just kind of missed me derping about and complaining about great demands being wrong. So the 7030 is continuing to seed, which is nice. Do I have FS16? No, I don't as a general rule buy mobile games. Because I've got a PC. It would be nice to have an Abbey, and I think this could be retextured as an Abbey. Like, it is tempting to see if I can't open up the... Does this not have a dirt skin? It would be tempting to open it up and see if I can't just change the red to more of an orange. And like have this as an Abbey then, because that's what I'm kind of looking to get again. Took me most of FS15 to get an Abbey. I'm now going to look for it in 17. Yeah. What make is this? This is high spec slurry tanker. It's being pulled by a Fendt, probably a 700, is it? Yep, Fendt 716, which actually is a fairly realistic, like for Ireland and the UK combination. That's interesting. Lovely stir fry. Oh, Jason, I'm jealous. Yeah, you can always buy vinyl wrap for Cat Challenger. The steering wheel's on the wrong side. Yeah, oh yeah, FS Modding's Abbey pack. That'd be sweet. I want that Abbey pack so much. Or even if NI Modding brought their one in, like scripted it up and got it all working in 17. That'd be sweet as. Because for those of you who don't know, Abbey Machinery is located in County Tipperary, where I live. It's not in my town, so those of you who are like, oh, where's Abbey Machinery? Not in my town. It's quite a distance away from me. Yeah, the Abbey pack with the nurse tanker and that beautiful muck spreader. There we go. You're waiting on the Krone Ultimate? Yeah, that's gonna be nice as well. But I'm just waiting on an Abbey. So I'm hoping there's like 10 come out. Hey, I see Drifter. You haven't seen a stream in ages. Very true. And, oh, there's a bale. I'm gonna have to go around with a bale trigger at some point. Or just, I might just cheat a bit and change the vehicles XML to get rid of the random bales. Am I interested in a single round bale spike and a 3-ton backweight made to use on tractors and front loaders? Not really, Laos. I've got variable weights and like enough random spikes and stuff that I shouldn't need to get any more. In fact, I'm currently kind of trying to accumulate some square bale equipment. Because oh god, that's quite steep. I'm hoping to do square bales soon. On this map, because the round bales just don't agree with it. It's always nice to have people coming back. Because I see it is always good to come back to see how people are getting on and see how things have progressed. Do I have a driving license? Nope. Not a grand total of like 2 driving lessons. A Mikhail Fusion would be really nice on this map. Oh, you thought I was talking about a placeable building? No, I was talking about the Abbey Machinery. Single spike is great with the big bags. Ah, I've got something that's even better for the big bags though. And I'll probably purchase it quite soon. You and your locking scripts. Hello, Tig. I swear I've said hello to you like 3 times this stream. Unless there's 3 different Tigs. So, we got 23 grand. What can I buy with 23 grand? Huh. When do I do multiplayer sessions? I join the server completely at random, but if you're looking for like guaranteed times, it'll be Saturday, Sunday, 2-ish to 6-ish GMT. They're the best times to be on the server, but I do hop on some nights when I'm particularly bored and just want to cause a bit of chaos. CJ Wilkins is new. Hello, CJ. Welcome along. You only have to come back in. Ah, okay. I can... Yes, I could buy a bale spike, Laos. However, I have the CSZ pack, which means I can buy a lot more than just a bale spike. Including... I really want to know why that 7030 isn't using seeds. You'd like to see... Heston 4900 would be awesome. Even like an old style square baler would be awesome, because like if I go into the square balers that I do have, this is the kind of style that I'd see the most. It's actually this Massey that I would see the most. There's one relatively near me. This is 45 grand. I could theoretically buy one of these. I also want to get this Lametris trailer in time. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bop up my loan a bit. And actually buy one of the actually gonna buy the Massey Square Baler. I legitimately see the 2290 a lot. It's either a farm near me or a contractor near me owns a 2290 square baler. What wheel do I have? I have a Logitech G27. Is there any MF... If there was a 135 out, I would probably know about it and I'd probably be using it right now. Despite it being horrifically inappropriate for what I'm doing. Am I gonna buy the crane? That's the plan for the future, is to buy the crane. From the CSC pack. What I'm going to do real quick is just tab out a game, press this button, and reopen XSplit. Contractor for bales for your dad is that exact Massey. Yeah. But I think that... At least that style of baler, I know it's... Massey Hessen. Hello, Andre. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. What first wheel would I recommend? G27, AJ. G27, Logitech Driving Force GT, G29, and any of the Thrustmaster T, I think it's 3 or 5 range. Just realized I bought a square baler, which is great. I've nothing to bale. I've just bought a baler for the sake of buying a baler. Hey, Redneck's Life, how are you doing today? Jack Friel, hello. How are you doing, good sir? Do I have actually... Because this is a legitimate question that I never asked myself. Do I have a seeder for corn and sunflowers? Am I Scottish? No, I'm Irish. I just swapped my accent up a lot. The easiest place to check is the garage. Garage, please. I do not have a seeder that can handle corn. What on earth is going on over here? Ah, that's the animal trailer and stuff. So, let's see how much a corn seeder is. That is going to be the cheapest one for corn. That's 13 grand. Okay. So let's boost the loan again. Oh boy. It's gonna be one of these days where it's just like, I'm going to spend all of my money ever. What's more, I need to get this guy working in a field. So it's kind of looking like... Oh, I can use the Ford. But I'll actually use the case for once to do some ploughing. I'll get the Ford on the corn seeder. Just because that makes some sort of sense. You saw that Defender? It's a really nice Defender, Richardson. It just doesn't work. I've broken it. Hello, Tommy. How are you doing? Hello, Damien, as well. The Defender's nice. I've just kind of broken it. It's the Dakar one. I tried slamming it down a bit. Where am I going? What GPU do I have? A GTX 980. I sound Slovakian. Yes, I do. I'm from Slovakia. To any of the Eastern Europeans, I do apologise. I just... do I have any courses recorded for Field 4? What's for Field 8? So I need to generate for Field 4 a 2-meter course from the southeast, heading west with 6 headlands after. So this be 2 southeast west, 6 headlands after. Just because I don't trust course display Field 4. And the reason I'm putting the 0 in is so that the fields are actually appearing in order. Need that to be in fieldwork mode. Start at the first waypoint and go. So he's going to go off and plough the field up for me. Have I seen the John Deere self-propelled mower? Yes, I have. I actually have that downloaded. Thing is, I only really play on British maps, so unless people really want to see the John Deere self-propelled mower, I'm probably never going to use it. Which is a bit of a shame, because it does work well. Need to change my money to pounds. Thank you. I'll do that right now. Here we go. Work pounds. JD Manning is off. I hope you have a good rest of your day, sir. Andrew's off as well. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to seed field. What field do I actually want in corn is the issue. I'm thinking field 2, but that's probably done. I'm anti John Deere. I actually like... The thing is, I like good mods. The issue with John Deere is they usually aren't good mods. I am a leprechaun and not a thistle. Chris is a thistle. Chris is a thistle, which is a word I apparently have troubles. Chris, you've made me lose English. You've made me lose an entire language. John Deere clear. No, there are no Zetters, Tommy. You're hoping to get into Coldborough, but you didn't want to do much. Carl, what you could do before the update comes out, because I know roughly what Bullet Bill's done, is you can actually get to work on field work and storing up your crops. Because most of that stuff you can transport into the save. There's a few things you will have to like let go, unfortunately. Don't make piles of anything. So, like even the piles that I've got in the yard, I'm going to have to clear them up before I update. Hello, Jack. How are you doing today? The piles that I've got over in Chantry Farm I will need to clean up before the update. And get them somewhere sensible. Or just sell it. I can't sell it because I got... I've got BGA extension, it means I can't sell it. I've also just realised that I've got a freaking huge baler here that I can't move. Great. Spiddy is Games TV. Well, welcome back, Spiddy Games TV. You challenged me to go to my nearest farm. Pay the farm. No. Because I know a lot of the farmers around here, and they're ridiculously proud of their tractors. Especially if they got a John Deere. So let's get this up to the yard while I have a bit more tea. Yeah. Happy New Year to you as well, Corey. Thank you for the wishes. And hello, how are you doing? Yeah, when Chris is angry, he's not to be screwed with. Ooh. Do you guys want to see me try and do a mission on Field 14? This could be a bad idea. Happy New Year to you as well, Speedy. Do you guys want to see me try a mission on Field 14? Because that could be interesting. And or terrible, depending on your viewpoint. What I gotta do first is, do you muck cows in Coldborough? You cannot muck out the cows in Coldborough at the moment. Bullet Bill made a derp, or something went weird. When he was getting the map uploaded to the mod hub, and it broke the manure. So the cows can't be mucked out, and also there's something weird with the pigs where he forgot to put the, what is it, the dirt area in front of them, or it got deleted somehow, and the pigs are always and forever going to be clean as a result. There's like one farmer I could probably ask to drive their tractor, but he lives in Galway, which is quite a distance away. Messed up on challenging you 100,000 litres of chaff. Isn't January updated the map? Yeah, that happens. Hey yo, Chris, how you doing? Where does the manure appear? It doesn't at the moment, Killian. That's the issue with the map. I know where it will appear, and it will appear actually in the place with the things. It will appear in the cowshed itself. Do it in the biggest field. Let's seed some corn. I don't want to seed sunflowers because the yield for sunflowers is atrocious. So field 2. Do I have a 3-meter course for field 2? That'd be awesome. I do not. This is 3 meters, correct? 2.7. 2.7. Okay, let's do 2.5 meter course. Where do my field 2? Northeast. Northwest. So it's northwest. It's heading east. And we'll do 4 headlands after. So it's 2.5. Northwest east, 4 headlands after. And that's how actually, that is legitimately how I save all my courseplay courses. Just because it makes the most sense to me. Start at the first waypoint place. Must be an option here to use seeds somewhere. Because it doesn't make sense to not use seeds. Where's this guy going anyway? Okay. So start at the first waypoint, go! And, ooh, you're using ridge markers. No, 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 no. Manual, please. And ridge markers are what button? That's definitely a turn. How do you install beta mods like Courseplay? With great difficulty, Andrew. Courseplay is a particularly bad one to try and install because you have to create a zip file and do all that kind of stuff. It's a bit of a pain, so that's why I advise people not to get Courseplay just yet. So that's gonna do that. Alright, next on the agenda will be... Do I have any free tractors at the moment? The only free tractor I have is this Universal. Okay, this could be fun. So this is this is gonna be the tractor I'll use to bring the baler back. Oh, this is going to end beautifully, isn't it? Don't know what Ali just said, but you got a 5-minute timeout from Dan. Welcome back, Chris. One of the many Chris's we have on the channel here. I'm gonna turn on my head tracking and hope that it doesn't break things. Because I was testing stuff out the other night and it just broke everything. It is working tonight, lovely. It's not gonna work. I don't want to, like, bale using this thing. I just wanted to transport the baler. Hopefully. But hello to all 63 of you in chat. I hope you are enjoying the stream. If you are, hit that like button. And if you are new here and you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. Yeah, Auto Combine, or the AI vehicle extension is very easy to install. Courseplay is much more difficult. Because Courseplay is just the source, effectively just the source code. AI vehicle extension is the source code and the zip all in one. What did you do? You were away. You didn't miss much, and I just set up a course to get some corn seeded. I'm seeding some barley. We've got the 1455 plowing up field 4, which shouldn't be too long. And actually, you guys wanted me to see me do, or at least try a mission on field 14, so let's do that. How do you install it? I'm not tech support, Andrew. I'm sorry. What's the horn icon this thing? I don't know. Let's find out. Terrible. How long is this? 36 minutes? Yeah, let's do this. So fun fact, I have a Lexion 780 mod and a 9-meter header for it, so let's grab the 9-meter header. I do like the way that mods now like show up properly and everything. Let's harvest field 14 for this lovely farmer. Need to fold up the tool. I need to fold up the tool? I mean unfold the tool. And away we go. 13 kilometers. That seems awful fast. But okay, if that's what the game decides, it's fine. That's fine. Have I got any cows? No, because there is no real point in getting them yet. Hello, James Brennan. How are you doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. I don't have any cows because there's no point in getting them just yet. Because the manure is broken. That's one of the main reasons I get cows. Yes, the milk is nice because it's steady income. But I legitimately get cows for manure because that's free fertilizer, which is just as important. So this thing running at 13k is gonna make this mission a lot easier. Press 2, then hold down 2. No, I'm not gonna do anything like that. I'm just gonna do this manually. You would see this combine in England, but you wouldn't see it going 14 kilometers an hour through canola of all things. If I slow this down to a realistic speed for canola, this is probably a good realistic speed for canola, because this canola really jams up the reels in the header. But for the purposes of the mission, I'm going to just slam the throttle. Because if it's going to let me do this at 14 kilometers an hour, I'm going to do it at 14 clicks. Where's the muck? The muck is broken. Your map looks pretty good, Laos. It's still... Well, it was like one building, so I don't know. Eddie's just had gammon and spuds. Very nice. I haven't had gammon in so long. Press 3 and then hold 3. Yes, I know that's cruise control. Ooh. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. It does look like Bullet Bit has... That's interesting. That's really interesting. This thing is... I'm not sure if that's a bug with the map or a bug with this harvester. But that is definitely interesting. That it's like hopping and skipping. Do I know when the update is for Coldborough? Soon. I would imagine possibly Friday. Dip in the soil could be, but that wouldn't... Like, I'm trying to figure out if it's a map thing. Okay. Doesn't make it any less odd. But this is a nice harvester. I was going to use this on the single player Chellington I was going to do before you guys said, no, we want the multiplayer to be on Chellington and only the multiplayer. So I figured, yeah, why not? What time is it actually? 6:21. Very nice. We have 66 people watching. It was 73, and as I looked, it dipped to 66. Wonderful. So what I'm going to do in a second is I'm going to just pause the game and take a very... Do I want collisions on hedges? Yes. As a fun little fact, I might be a bit mental and do some stupid things. But I do like having my maps as realistic as possible. I'm not like certain people who like insist on playing super realistically. I will do stupid things and use stupid equipment. Yeah, Fahy, but I did take a poll one day in Discord and people said Chellington. Or people said Coldborough for during the week. Is that a class from ModHoster? Yeah, I believe so. I believe it's from ModHoster. It's quite good. I think I've got a list to it in the, or link to it in the mod list. So if you check there. And the reason I like collisions, as Andrews just said, is because it basically is more realistic. Yes, in reality, a hedge like this you would be able to drive through. There'd be a hole in the hedge, but you'd be able to drive through it. But it would be some form of resistance. It would pose some resistance. It wouldn't just be, you know, instantly basho. Instant basho. The command is mods, I think. Just exclamation mark mods. As Dan was trying to get to work. And I just got lazy. No collision makes you lazy. Yeah. With collisions it poses a challenge. You know, there's potential problem solving there. With no collisions you can just like motor straight up to the hedge with the plow. And with no worries about anything. Is there like a dip in the soil there? There is. Ever so slightly. So you got half an hour left on this mission, which is making me regret taking it. We've got a Chelsea fan here. Possibly. Jonas Johansson likes Farm Sim 17. Well, if you do, hit that like button. Especially if you're liking the map, Coldborough. This is my absolute #1 map in Farming Simulator right now. And has been for like 2 years. This is, like, as far as I'm concerned, this is my map. This is like a love letter to me. Hello, Matic Mohoric? Matic Mohoric? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce your name. Thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. I hope you enjoy your stay. And to everybody else who is subscribed, there we go. You are all amazing people. It's kind of amazing that my This YouTube channel is bigger than my actual town where I live. There's more subscribers here than there are people in my town. What music is this? This is all from incompetech.com, because I'm lazy and that was the first website I could think of when I was getting music. But I do plan on sourcing other music in the future. Yes, Christmas presents are over. It's just birthday presents now. So if somebody says it's their birthday, you can give them a present. Datbot loves timing people out. It's Datbot's favorite activity. In the entire world, Datbot just loves timing people out. It's very intense music to harvest to, yes. What are you assuming, Eddie? I'm kind of... Oh, the Christmas presents thing. Yes, Christmas presents have ended. New Year's hangover cure. Good lord. I may need to turn down how many crops are being rendered, because it does seem to be tanking my frame rate just a tad. It was your birthday yesterday, Liam? Well, I think you deserve a present from the mods, Liam. You're gonna regret that, just FYI. You're gonna regret saying it was your birthday yesterday. Well, happy birthday. Happy 13th birthday. You're now officially a teenager. How does it feel, Liam? Feels like you got timed out. And for those of you who receive a birthday present, it is just that. It is just a silly little gift that the mods hand out. How do you join me? You hit that subscribe button, Bobby Joe. This is a single player map. There's no joining me on this map. And I need to really quickly tab to the... I've got 10 seconds to stop this guy. Stop. Hoo 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 hoo. How old am I? I am 25. I'll probably look a lot older than that, but I am 25. Have I had the glitch with the silage bunkers? Yes, that's an old bug as well. That is a known bug with the map. I think I might have got rid of the FAQ command. Nope, there it is. And the end of that, yes, the simulate does appear. If you see a YouTuber you recognize and they've got a blue spanner, that's the real one. I give blue spanners to all the YouTubers that I know are legit. Generally, like bigger guys, some of the smaller ones too, like VF. Who, by the way, if you haven't checked them out already, do go check out Virtual Farmer. He is really good fun. I think he might be planning a stream today. Don't quote me on it. Could somebody, like, on VF's Discord, let me know if he's planning a stream today or is it tomorrow? Jess says, I have no idea how old you are, and that's kind of funny. Like, I don't really care about age on the internet. I am Irish, Matic, yes. Or Matic, not sure. Thank you for the link there, and tomorrow, okay. And as well as that, check out Chris the Irish Gamer, who was hanging around earlier on. He is very, very nice to watch. Cool guy, lots of fun. He's working on a map called Springwells. He streams that pretty often. He's pretty prolific at editing and tinkering with stuff, as am I guess. Sip. What about Sip, Austin? Do I know in the updated version whether the workers could work in the direction you want, because now they go where they want? Andrew, they won't go in like any direction. They will go in one, two, basically 4 directions. They'll go north, south, east, west, northeast, southwest, and northwest, southeast, or like a reverse of those directions. They're the pretty much what 8 directions that a hard worker will go in. Am I from Southern Ireland? Yes, I am. I am from quite far south in Ireland as well. The southernmost point is only about 2.5 hours from me. If it's 15, they went where you wanted. No, they had the same limitations, Andrew. It's basically just whatever angle the field is at. Sometimes it looks a bit weird. Unless you're talking about using auto tractor, in which case, yes, they could go in any direction. He said he might be back this week. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised to see him back this week. Because he's been pretty eager to come back. He has been telling me like he's been pretty eager, so wouldn't be too surprised to see him coming back in the near future. In some maps they could go on anyway. No, they were pretty limited. In what they could. Oh, that would have been the multi-terrain angle maps. That might have been a thing. Yes. That might have been a thing in multi-terrain angle. Never actually did test that, if they could go in any direction at all. You got his internet today? Ooh. Yeah, he sent me like a screenshot of his speed test. Wow, that's good internet. I've really given myself a bad sore throat at the moment. I need to double check that I haven't managed to get tonsillitis or something. There we go. Left tea left. I'm out of tea. This will not do. I have to use water. Yeah, it's fast, it just never works. It's like mine at the moment, Gamma. When does Auto Combine come out? When it's finished. Auto Combine, Auto Tractor, AI Vehicle Extension will be officially released when it is finished. You're watching from Slovenia. So your name is... Yeah, your name is weird to me, but like for you, it is perfectly normal, I would assume. I just don't know how to pronounce it. You got your tonsils removed last month. That's... I would say that's awesome, Jura, but it's kind of somewhere in between awesome and painful and horrible. This is never nice to have something taken out and have to have an operation. So I'm gonna have to double check that. I'll just look in a mirror at some point later on, double check what's going on in my throat and see that's happening. I didn't know they could grow back. Stop and take a break if you need to. No, I'm fine to continue. It's just an irritation more than like a pain. You were mixing my live streams. What do you mean you were mixing my live streams? Do you mean missing? Do I know where Slovenia is? Very roughly, it's in Eastern Europe. It's one of the Balkan countries, isn't it? Right beside Slovakia, I think it's north of Bosnia and Herzegovina. And obviously west of Russia. Hello, Billy Kennedy, how are you doing today? Hopefully fantastic. Hopefully everybody's as good as I am. Because I am having a good day apart from my internet. Oh, you think he means he's got them mixed up? That could be a thing. That could definitely be a thing that's happened. But, yeah, I don't mind streaming with a sore throat. We have about 25 minutes remaining of the stream. Unfortunately, YouTube derping has seen to it that the stream is a lot shorter than I would like. Hello, Peter Gionis? Gions? Peter... Hang on, is that pronounced Peter Jones? Have I ever been to Louth? Yes. Been through it many times. I used to have to go up to Belfast. Near Italy and Croatia. Yes. I know where they are. I was slightly off with my... What country was I pointing to? Was I pointing to the Czech Republic? I've been to Louth many times. I had to pass through it to get up to Belfast. Because when I was living in the UK for college, you're from Norway. A lot of Norwegians watching. Hello, Norway. There's a lot of surprising number of Norwegians that watch me. Apparently, I am very good for Norway, so next time I find a Norwegian map, I will possibly look. I'll definitely look at it at least, and possibly play it for you guys. I'm being lazy and just using one hand today. Hello, Matthew. How are you doing? Dan, you're not from Norway. I'd love to go to Norway. It's supposed to be like a really beautiful country. I need to broaden my horizons and stuff. Hello, Tanktor. How are you doing? I need to broaden my horizons and go to like new countries. I need to get money first. That's a separate thing. Ben Butland is from Devon, much like Simulate. Very nice, Ben. I'm doing good, Matthew. A few minor complaints, but nothing seriously wrong. Something about Norway Farm Sim. It seems to be like that, yes. The lab beside you is 2-class lexicons 780. Very nice. No, he's still in Devon. He's still in Devon. I think. Possibly, maybe. I was playing... what was I playing with him last night? I was playing Elite Dangerous with Simulate last night. We are both very confused by that game because we're brand new at it and we're like, space. What direction am I pointing? What direction is there in space? Driving John Deere 6910, 6910, 6105 or in 6830. You might want to try and drive only one of them at once, Peter, because driving 3 tractors at once means you've got more tractors than arms. Unless you're driving one of them with your legs somehow. Need to incorporate Amish farming. I'd actually love to have a map where, you know, a map and a mod set where you could do it like Amish style with just horses. That would be really amazing. Unfortunately, that's not a thing, which sucks. But that'd be so cool to try. Just, you know, doing it really old school, properly old school. Just gonna skip a row here because we're almost done. Have I tried auto drive? Yes. If so, isn't any good. The versions that I've tried broke the game. This is the danger with beta mods. It's why I don't give out GitHub, like, don't link GitHubs. Beta mods tend to break things. And unless you're willing to troubleshoot your own problems, and figure out what's going wrong and how, don't use beta mods. Because they will break things in spectacular fashion. Yeah, the model was always a tractor underneath. When am I finishing? I'll be finishing in about 20 minutes. 22 minutes. Just under. Because I do want to go get some food and give my throat a rest. Because it is kind of... It's a really weird sore throat. It's kind of scratchy, but not too painful. It's more of an irritation than anything else. We're almost done. We should get it here. There we go. So that's about 18 grand we've just got, which is very nice. And something is eating the money. Good lord. Probably the fact that I got 2 courseplay workers on the go. and you just stopped your wasting fuel. So let's get this field fixed up. Probably should have planted corn here, shouldn't I? This might be a good field for potatoes. For that single row potato harvester that I've got. That'll be pretty sweet. Hello, James Birchall. How are you doing? Hope you're doing fantastically well today. So that this field might be good for potatoes or beets for like the small harvesters when the time comes. That'd be pretty cool. And I don't know what else I could do in this field really. It's too small to. I could use it as a test plot. That'd be a really good idea. Test plot of this field and see how much how much crop I get. Because it is small enough to be used as a test plot. I'm doing good, James. Good to hear you're doing good too. Poplars. This would be a good field for poplars as well. But I'm just thinking of like what is a really good use that I could have for this field. I do apologize for the flashing green stuff. That is a bug with the game and it's really irritating. I have to keep the camera at specific angles. Well, at most angles it's fine, but then some angles it just pops in and won't stop flashing. That is a bug in the game. Giants are aware of it. They will be fixing it soon. Could you please watch your language? This is a PG channel. I do appreciate you using family-friendly language, which is why I'm not swearing, why I'm not getting really angry with people. Trust me, some of my opinions on this stuff, I could get very angry and swear a lot, but I do appreciate you guys keeping it family-friendly, just so that it's it's a nice, friendly place to be. Especially in the Discord as well. Hello, Robert. How are you doing today? On the Discord, it is very strongly encouraged to be family friendly. Yes, there's a lot of messing goes on, but it is all primarily done in jest. And if we think people are like abusing stuff, they'll get warnings and kicked. Same with the dedicated server. You've never had this terrain glitch. Apparently it's to do with reflections. Potatoes, you're still dreaming them from FS15. Why do I have a feeling Robert is somehow involved in that, Gamma? Yes, a lot of people have never had this terrain glitch, and then there's some people. It might be like certain vehicles are exacerbating the glitch, but it is a known issue in the game. Can I run through my garage, please? There's a lot of stuff there, but I will run through it real quick. Let's have a look at the garage. The garage, please. I have a 1455 XL. This is in game. Stall FC30 front loader in blue. Kramer KL30-8T. Bucket, 2 pallet forks, a bale spike, a JCB skid steer, pallet fork for that. The Case 1660 harvester. Yeah. Coon cultivator, Coon plow, Governland Accord seeder, the Amazon ED3000, which is tiny. It claims 3 meters, but is actually 2.7. Governland fertilizer spreader, the Amazon sprayers, the Lizard 550 kilo weight, Pottinger Novacat, Coon windrower, the 2-rotor one, Pottinger Euroboss, the smallest of the in-game forage wagons, a New Holland Roll Belt 150 in-game round baler, the Aquatrans water trailer, power washer, a vehicle workshop, which is over Chantry Farm, a 28-foot animal trailer, a Chieftain low loader, a Ford 40, a Ford 78, 8740, I think, 8340 Powerstar SLE. That's the one. Marshall trailer, John Deere 7430, a Massey 2290 baler, Wago bale trailer, rower front weight because rower back weight because weights, Universal tractor, a broken Land Rover, and the SOB Ursus bale wrapper. So I got a bunch of stuff. It's just a case of I'm not using it all at once. And I am using Courseplay to just expedite the field work. I need to select you. So I'm just going to stop you, close the course, and just turn you off. Because I will have to go around and clean up the corners there. But first I got to clean up the corners with the case. And this is the last field that needs ploughing, so once we're done with this, the case is actually going to be free. Which is beautiful. Potatoes are good in potato salad. I'm not a big fan of salads of any kind. I like egg salad, also known as egg mayonnaise, so I mean, that's about it. Because egg mayonnaise is literally just eggs in mayonnaise. Hello, Beast Farmer 79. How are you doing today? I'm just going to real quick bop this button here. 15 minutes remaining in the stream. I will be finishing at 7 o'clock, or as close to it as I can manage. Hello, Tom Baker. How are you doing? I apologize if I'm a bit quiet. My voice is a small bit gone today, because for some reason I've managed to give myself a sore throat. I've probably been snoring again. Sleeping with my mouth open and snoring my head off. Where did I get Courseplay from? I got it from the Courseplay GitHub, which I'm not going to give out because it is, number one, it's a pain to install, number two, it updates pretty much daily, and number three, it breaks the game at times. There's no guarantees the Courseplay will not, this is legit Courseplay, but there's no guarantees it won't delete save games and stuff. So it's something that I'm taking a lot of risks with, and the reward is I get Courseplay. And the reason that I'm not giving out the link is because Courseplay as is broken still. And that's not a complaint, that is just a fact. Until version 1.0 comes out, it is broken. Tom Baker, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stuff. You got a 28-minute ad. By any chance, was that ad by somebody called Ty Lopez? Talking about his Lamborghinis and how amazing he is at business, despite never saying what his business actually is. Aren't chips in a bag? It depends on what you mean by chips. Because in Ireland, chips are... French fries are called chips. And then potato chips, as they're called in America, are called crisps, or just generically Tatoes, which is actually a brand name of crisps here. Hello, Charlie Morgan, how are you doing? Yeah, guys, if you want to... Here's something that I'll rarely say. If you want to support me, do watch the ads. But if you get like a stupid long ad, like longer than maybe a minute or two, I'm gonna thoroughly encourage you guys to skip it because that is stupid. Because I've just been told there's 28-minute ads doing the rounds. I've seen 90-minute ads in the past. It's... YouTube need to work on, and well, Google need to work on their advertising rules. Because 20, 30 and 90-minute ads, and as I've seen before, like ads that last literally hours. I've made a bit of a mess of this field. This is Courseplay's doing. What I'm doing is I'm basically just fixing up the corners from Courseplay doing this. So sorry for what you're... Yeah, just keep it PG, that's why I only got a timeout. Yeah, they're crisps if they're in a bag. Oh. You're probably wondering why there's a line going through that field. That's a footpath. That's a pathway. I genuinely like the fact that Bullet Bills actually put that in. I do not give shoutouts, I'm afraid, so you'll probably get a timeout from the mods. The reason I don't give shoutouts is because, number one, it's rude and disrespectful to ask, even though you said please, and I do appreciate you saying please. There's no need for it. I talk to people in chat. You seen a 2.5 hour ad? Like, it sounds like that are why people use ad block. And I know that for a fact because it's ads like that that made me use ad block before on YouTube. And YouTube really need to get their act together because, I mean, if they're putting, and it is usually Ty Lopez, if they're allowing him to put up, you know, feature movies, feature films as ads, promoting whatever scam he's running this week, then, you know, that's YouTube's fault and they need to sort it out. Everybody's timing about that. Lovely. The one time out during the stream and everybody just jumps on it. Beast Farmer subscribed. Thank you very much, Beast. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. We do have about 10 minutes left, so I might not even get to field 8, fixing the corners of that day. We'll do our best. Whoops. So the reason I'm using keyboard and mouse at the moment is just because I'll be mainly doing straight lines. No shoutouts to Ty Lopez, yeah. It's a shame it isn't compound. They would never speak again if it was. Good lord, some of the times you go mental with the timeout button. The reason he silenced you is because you're advertising your server, and I've got one. So that's why you're getting silenced. I see. It's like the rules are no advertising of any kind, which includes servers. It's not them being wrong. It's you. Intentionally or unintentionally, regardless. Just ignore it. Just like breaking the rule. So it's not the mods doing. My doing. My rules. You subbed last night. I thought. Yeah, I got a few subscriptions in like over the last few days, and I appreciate the people who did subscribe because I know Euro Truck isn't the best thing for Farm Sim channel. In fact, I know literally anything that's not Farm Sim isn't the best thing for a Farm Sim channel. You people need to broaden your horizons. Watch other games, please. In fact, I got a comment this morning asking me to put up Farm Sim videos. As if I don't already make enough Farm Sim content as is. And just to put not to put too fine a point on it, the reason that I do Euro Truck videos and ATS videos is because I'm sick to death of people. I'm kind of getting so they don't get burnt out of Farm Sim. So if you guys want me to do Farm Sim videos too, that's great, but I'll quit YouTube. Well, no, but you know, it's gonna burn me out of Farm Sim. I won't enjoy it, and the videos will suffer as a result. Some things is gonna have to give. Has Austin subscribed? You like to see some ATS? Yeah, NI, they're kind of in the pipeline. Among other games. Dan, this wasn't a request, this was kind of a demand. It was like, you should put up some Farm Sim videos. You should upload some Farm Sim. No. No, I shouldn't, because I stream enough of it as is. You know, 2 hours a day is more than enough farm sim for anybody, ever. Two to 3 hours a day. You haven't seen him before. Thought I recognised him. This Project Cars any good? It's good if you get all the DLC. It's like the physics are SimCady. It's not the greatest ever, but it's fun. When's the update of Coldborough coming? Gaming with Ryan and everybody else has asked this question. Simple answer is I don't know. Why are you asking me? I'm not Bullet Bill. The second answer is don't ask, because it annoys literally everybody when you ask when something is coming. It's why so many modders are like putting out really... One in particular that I can think of, I'm not going to name names, but one in particular has put out half-baked maps because so many people have demanded it get released. And they got sick and tired of hearing it. Dan got to ban someone. Dan's happy now because he got his ban in for the day. But like, there are modders who have put out half-baked, unfinished maps just to shut people up. And then everybody's complaining that the map was half-baked and unfinished. Quite honestly... but I agree, I don't know, I see, because this is the first time I've had a server. It's only a few weeks old, and I would say it's actually quite good apart from the random crashes it has. It hasn't crashed in a while, so I'm clearly doing something wrong. When I come on and start trolling. Actually, that's probably why it hasn't started crashing in a while, because I haven't come on and trolled in a while. Message Bullet Bill on his YouTube account. Don't message Bullet Bill asking when the Coldborough update is coming. Good lord, don't. Only do that if you're on good terms with Bullet Bill already, because it will annoy... It does annoy people. Like, if it's... Oh, I suck. And you can go find somewhere else to be a little child. I can think of some people who legitimately suck on YouTube. I'm not gonna name names. All I'm gonna say is, I think you're from one of them. I think you are from that one channel that is the only channel I legitimately think. Yeah, Farm Sim servers, if you have to like synchronize and the entire game stops to synchronize, that's the Dark Ages. That's like 90s style servers. Or early 2000s. They need to look at how their netcode actually works, because yes, there is an eye. That's something I can't avoid because thin walls and no insulation. This house is like no soundproofing whatsoever, which is why I'm being a bit quiet of late. Because when's my next stream? Probably tomorrow. I don't have any plans made for tomorrow, and as far as I'm aware, nobody I'm hoping to meet up with anytime soon is going to be around tomorrow, so hopefully I'll be streaming tomorrow. Give me some time to get back into it, because I did have a little break, and every time you take a little break on YouTube, you kind of pick up a bit of rust, which, you know, it sucks, but that's the thing. Will the stream be on this map? It's either going to be on this map or Springwells. I haven't 100% decided yet. But they're the two midweek stream maps. Which one would you guys prefer? Would you guys prefer to see a map that like isn't released yet, or would you guys prefer to see more Coldborough? Because I'm pretty easy either way. Springwells, I think I'm using crossplay pretty heavily as well, if memory serves. So that's that field donezo. That went right out the window. I'm guessing plans got made. Landy, because I do remember you saying last night you're thinking about it. 7. Do I have a 3-meter course for field 7? I don't have a 3-meter course for field 7. So this is what, 4 headlands after, 3 northeast south. Yeah, that works. 3 northeast south, 4 headlands after. And that is on field 7. You can go to the first waypoint and get started over there, which is... Where's the first waypoint? Of course you try and smack the tree straight off. It's off down there. That's great. You just got up to that. That's fine. Spring wells, says Ryan. Spring wells. People want spring wells? I can do spring wells. Ooh! That terrain glitch is really getting on my nerves. It seems to be at its worst on Coldborough as well. Which is really odd. Because now it's affecting, like, most angles. Save up for a bigger drill. That's kind of the plan, Tom, but actually I'm going to... That was at 701. Okay, so I'm going to repay the loan a bit. 125,000. I might just nuke the rest of that. In fact, yeah, I'm going to bring us up to 78,000. I'm going to nuke the loan afterwards, so that's going to be like our final loan screwy mabob. What I'm going to do to end the stream is I'm going to clean off the plow and the 1455 because they are done with work for today. And possibly for a little while because I can't think of many other things that need to be done. So I hope you have enjoyed the stream. If you did, yeah, this is pretty common for me on here and I don't know why. I'm gonna check the integrity of the... Could it be course play? No, because Landy's got course play too. I'm gonna verify cache integrity and see if some game file hasn't managed to corrupt itself. Because that is not correct. That is not right. But if you did enjoy the stream today, hit the like button on your way out. And if you're new, this is the first stream you've been to, please do hit that subscribe button. I'm going to try and figure out once and for all what's causing that. And making it worse than it is, because there is a bug in the game. But I've been RainbowDave, you've been watching Coldborough Park Farm and Farming Simulator 17. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.